Keeping excellence in mind, where the coach can unwind. And if you parents need advice, well, don't think twice. For everything you need to know, it's the Dr. Casey Show. The Dr. Casey Show.
New Year. Welcome to the Dr. Casey Show. If you're a new listener, well, you're in the right place. If you are a parent of a child who might play sports, if you are coaching sports at any level, if you are an aspiring athlete or an elite athlete already, and finally, if you're just a fan like the rest of us and you want the inside track to understanding sports and the athletes who play these sports, well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the newest show here at AM 830. It is a show about sports psychology and excellence, but also how to have fun while you're doing all of this. Again, Happy New Year. I cannot believe it's 2009 already. I hope you enjoyed your ringing in of the new year as much as I did. I did it off right. Like I get to spend most January 1st. I was at the Rose Bowl up in Pasadena and actually got to go see the floats yesterday. Like that was my first time up close, like right up in front, seeing everything in extreme detail. I highly recommend it if you haven't done that already. But today's show, I'm so excited to cover this topic. Genetic testing of toddlers. Genetic testing of toddlers. And no, I'm not talking about the Olympic training programs in China or Russia. I'm talking about you, Mom and Dad. Do you have a little one in diapers who's, I don't know, maybe taking their first steps? Well, I guess 2009 is really taking everything to a whole new level. We're taking that sport parent pressure cooker and taking it up a notch. So if your child's in diapers, you know, it's not too late to find out what their genetic profile is. So, I mean, I'm absolutely not kidding. It's taking it up from, I don't know, the weekly blog about your child for who maybe you're upkeeping that for the scouts who are looking and you're uploading videos every day. Or, well, now technology is going to allow you to have genetic testing done on your children as young as 12 months old. So congratulations, we've officially lost our minds. But I know I'm exaggerating. I'm prone to exaggerating. I understand every once in a while. But the genetics part is real. And I wanted to review this because I got a phone call from MSNBC.com and they were doing a review and an article on this topic because Atlas Sports Genetics is offering a test online for $149 and you can have your child's profile sent to you in the mail. So MSNBC.com called and they wanted to know what I thought about this test and if I had any concerns from a psychological perspective. So I thought, this is really important. I need to profile this on the show. So I put together a really great lineup today for you. First, I'm going to be going over what exactly this test is, all right, and how it works. And then I'm going to be introducing Coach Ruben. Coach Ruben Carell is going to be checking in to the Dr. Casey Show in a little bit. He is a local guy, played professional ball, and is currently coaching the future stars of baseball in Orange County. And so he's got some great perspectives on this topic. So getting into this. All right, what is this test? All right, so what happened was in 2003, there was a study in Australia that wanted to look at how this isolated gene, there's a very specific gene called the ACTN3 gene, all right? And in 2003, they studied this gene in high-level athletes. So I'm going to tell you more about the study later, but the gist of it is that this gene was able to identify a type of profile for certain sports. And based on this profile, it would help predict your muscle development and the type of potential you would have in certain sports. Now, all of that is absolutely true, all right? So this gene, the ACTN3 gene, is given to us like the rest of our makeup. We get to thank our biological parents for that. So here's where it gets really interesting, okay? There's a variant on this gene, and they call it an R variant, that when you inherit it by one of your parents, and maybe both, it allows your muscles to develop as being more explosive than potentially someone else's. because if you have this R variant, it encourages your body to produce a protein. This protein is called alpha-actinin 3, and it actually encourages your body to lay down more fast twitch muscle fibers to encourage that explosion. So based on this 2003 study, and again, this was a real study, this is a real gene, these are real variants, the group believes that based on the study and this profile, that if you have two RRs, so an R variant from one parent and an R variant from another parent, that you're going to be a power athlete. And conversely, they believe that if you have the opposite genetic formula, an X variant would be the opposite, on both sides, that you're going to be an endurance athlete. So for $149, the company sends you an oral swab kit for your baby or your toddler, and you send them back your child's DNA. And then a few weeks later, the kit returns profiling your child's potential and I guess some sports matches. So, but before you go to the website and order, I just want you to listen to the rest of today's show. I'm not going to tell you whether or not this is a good idea or a bad idea, but I would like for you to be more informed about what went into making this test and exactly what your results are going to be based on so that you can make a more informed decision. Okay, so coming up, I'm going to be going over what the test results really mean and how reliable